Yes, AutoChief, new week, new car, Ghana, pay attention. It's your man, Dio Fair Japan, and I'm super excited to be back again. This week, we are going to focus our attention on answering one particular question that I've been getting a lot in the comment section, and that question is, should I ship my car through Togo? And you see, that's a main concern of many people, and that's because people, when it comes to this duty, I've told you enough. Everybody says the import duties in Ghana, they are too high. So in trying to, you could say, create a solution, people want to ship through, or they wonder, they ask the question, can they ship through Togo? Because a lot of people assume or hear things that the import duties in Togo are less. But we are going to take our time, go through the facts, every available data that was going to help us to have a good discussion regarding this particular topic. So by the time I'm done, I hope you have enough information to make a great decision. I mean, a decision that will help you in the import process. So let's get right to it. And as always, AutoChief, I need data. We can't just come and speak. I need to point you to the source where I'm getting all this information. So we're going to begin with a document that I found online, and it relates to an exercise by the Ghana Revenue Authority where they impounded or seized about 1,200 vehicles. And what was the issue? It had to do with the importation through Togo, and so anything that we call Togo cars. So I'm going to let you understand how that process is, the legal part and the part that's also illegal, which you should stay away from. Okay, so let's get to it. Yes, so once again, I'm taking you straight to the source. So let's get to this particular news item by the Business and Financial Times, BFT Online, and this was published on November 1st, 2022. And the title is Customs Intercept 1,200 Togo cars in 2 years. So cars which are imported through Togo, popularly in Ghana we call them Togo cars, because when you see the car, you see that the registration is a Togolese registration. Yes, so let's read the documents, and right at the top of the document you can see that it says, that's where I've highlighted, state revenue losses estimated at $30 million. Commissioner warns public to be vigilant. But now the real document. The Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, has said an estimated 1,200 Togo cars have been intercepted in the Greater Accra region alone within the last 2 years. These cars initially entered the country legitimately, but became illegal after exhausting their stay, falsifying documents to merit legal status, and thereby evade import taxes. So here, once again, the real issue is the import taxes. Acting Commissioner of Customs Seydou Idrissa told BNFT that the division seizes an average 50 cars every month in hotspot regions, including the Greater Accra, Ashanti, Western and Northern regions. The scourge, accordingly, has resulted in an estimated $30 million revenue loss in the past 2 years since 2020. So what is the document saying? The document is saying that people are bringing these cars usually through Togo, and when they bring these cars, in terms of declaration at the Togo port, they are going to declare that the cars are only transiting, that's passing through Togo port, but their final destination is Ghana. That's one. Some also go to the extent of finding ways to register even the cars in Togo. But this is the fact. The fact is that the moment the car gets into Ghana, whether you like it or not, except you do have a special dispensation which doesn't apply to many people, you definitely have to pay duty. So the duty you pay, whether you ship the car directly from America to Ghana, directly from UK to Ghana, directly from Canada to Ghana, or you use a place like Togo as your transit, The moment the car touches Ghana soil, the state wants its taxes. Why am I explaining this? I'm explaining this so that you don't let anyone confuse you that when you ship through Togo or you go and register in Togo and the car gets to Ghana, there's a way to beat the duty. No, there is no way to beat the duty. Whatever thing that you do or you've done is good until you are caught. So pay attention. But we are still going to go into more detail, and you see what or which part of the law or the gap is exploited so far by the people who do that. But for me, ultimately, I just want to give you enough information so that when you decide to go that route, you are armed, and then you make the best decision. Right. So why is it possible for a Togolese car to be in Ghana? Pay attention here. How is it possible that a car which has a Togo number plate or license plate can be driven in Ghana, or a similar car from, let's say, Nigeria or the West African neighbors can come and be driven and used in Ghana? There's a reason for that. There's this ECOWAS Protocol, and I'm going to read. So let's watch the document in front of us. So it says public notice, and this is a Ghana Revenue Authority document. It says public notice, full implementation of Article 5, Section 1 and 2 of the ECOWAS Protocol relating to free movement of persons, residents, and establishment. I mean, I'm sure everybody, most people in Ghana and even beyond who know about ECOWAS is the West African community, that grouping, and as part of making life easy for all West African citizens to be able to move across each other's borders to go and do business and everything. That's why this protocol exists. And so let's read the part where I've highlighted. Article 5, 1 and 2 of the protocol states that a citizen of a member state may enter the territory of another member state and remain there for a period of no more than 90 days with a private vehicle. So this is where the power comes from. So this is the reason why. So when you see, anytime you see a car with a Togolese number plate, a car with a Nigerian number plate, or Burkina Faso, all that is giving them capacity to be able to do that is this ECOWAS protocol, which seeks to promote free movement of persons, residents, and establishment. So this is the law. That's what makes it possible. But so after understanding the law, now when we go into the next document I'm going to show you, the next article, then you understand how people, based on this law, this protocol, people now are seeing, okay, are there gaps that can be exploited? And that's what they attempt to exploit by either shipping through Togolese ports. And like I'm saying, even that one is quite straightforward, because even if you use Togo as a transit point, the moment you get to the port of entry, your vehicle needs to be assessed, and then you're supposed to pay the tax on it. So that's not really where people abuse. Where the abuse or people try to dodge is when they register the car in Togo and then get the car driven into Ghana, and they use it within this 90-day period legally, because the logic is that, okay, I'm a West African citizen and I've brought my car to Ghana, and since the law allows me to use that car in Ghana for 90 days, I've not committed any crime. However, after the 90-day period, it is expected that you're supposed to go back to your country. So either that, or you go outside the country and re-enter. So it's quite, I think that's where the gaps are and people attempt to exploit. But let's see what happens to people when they are able to, let's say, even get away with this for some time. Ultimately, what happens to them? So you're going to take this article from Graphic Online. I think that is dated August 28, 2024. As you can see, the Ghana Revenue Authority was giving this announcement that says, take advantage of tax amnesty exercise to pay duties on smuggled vehicles. GRA urges undocumented vehicle owners. So essentially, in 2024 August, after the Ghana Revenue Authorities, realized that this is really an issue, they said, okay, since your car, you would have probably exceeded the 90-day and you still have not regularized the import duty payment, and you're afraid of penalties, potential penalties. So they are saying, okay, no, for that period that they gave, so we'll go through the article, they will pardon you in terms of penalties. But here is what is important: no matter how long you dodge the import duty, when customs you are detected, you are still going to pay the duty. So it's too much stress. I hope all my viewers, you are paying attention. It's too much stress to attempt to dodge, register through Togo, drive every 3 months, take it to the port. There's a lot of work involved in just trying to, all that you are trying to do is just attempt to dodge the import tax, which is, like I'm saying, it's too difficult. Not many people get away with this. So I'm just trying to give you this information so that nobody confuses you into thinking that it's just easy to go to pass your luxury vehicle through Togo and come and just use it smoothly in Accra. No, that's not possible. Or in Kumasi or wherever. It's never going to be an easy work for you. All right, now, so let's go further in the article. The Ghana Revenue Authority has urged owners of unaccustomed vehicles to take advantage of the annual tax amnesty policy to register and pay proper duties on such vehicles before September 30, 2024. The authority said if the owners of vehicles that were either smuggled into the country using unapproved routes or came in with temporary importation regime which allowed them 90-day stay, step forward, they would be pardoned and enjoy tax waivers. Okay, let's read along. Pay attention here. It's, however, warned that failure of owners of smuggled vehicles to comply with the tax amnesty exercise will be made to face the law. Okay, but here, pay attention to where I've highlighted. It says, with the tax amnesty exercise beginning from August 1st to September 30, 2024, owners of smuggled vehicles who come forward will only have to pay taxes on vehicle import duties after the GRA has done tax assessment, and the penalty will be waived. Yes, so I'm almost finished with the document, so pay attention. So where I've highlighted, it says others use temporary importation document that allows such vehicles into the country for a 90-day period. They do not pay duty on such vehicles because they have an ECOWAS. I've told you about the ECOWAS thing. But then the down follow. But the period of stay will elapse, and instead of going back with such vehicles to the country of origin, the vehicles stay because those behind these acts are Ghanaians who bring these vehicles to evade paying taxes. So what the document is just saying is that, yes, if you are Togolese, you can bring your car into Ghana and you'll be covered by the 90-day ECOWAS Protocol. So you and your car can come. Also, if you are Ghanaian and somehow, you also say that you are Togolese because you shipped your car through Togo and you're able to give proof of that, then yes, your car will be allowed into Ghana. But it's also very important that this ECOWAS Protocol, the cover it gives you is only a 90-day cover. So assuming you have found a way to register that car in Togo, will you be going through that inconvenience of every 3 months going to Aflao or Togo to get the car out and then in? For me, every time people tell me about this importation through Togo thing, just to attempt to dodge duty, my answer has always been quite simple. It's too stressful, first and foremost. Assuming you are doing the 90-day, every 90-day you go and enter, that's still too stressful. Anytime you are driving, the moment the police see the Togolese number plate, they're going to stop you almost as if you are driving DV. That's also too stressful. But most important is, whenever you decide to make that car a Ghana registered car, you're going to pay the same duty that you were dodging. So if you talk about all the inconveniences plus the fact that even if you dodge it for 10 years, eventually you pay the duty, and you don't even want it to get into the time that you are paying the duty if the car is over age. So there's so much that you don't need in terms of stress. So my conclusion is that, is it good to ship through Togo? No, don't. Avoid those anything called Togolese, these ways that the documents that I've shown have given you the information. Don't. All that is important always when you're about to ship a car to Ghana is you do your research, find out most important about the first purchase value. That's how customs call it, but I know, because I've been dealing in cars, that value is just the manufacturer's suggested retail price. So pay attention to that and try to just veer off cars which are very high MSRPs, so that when you come and you are paying the duty, you will not be surprised. So yes, as usual, this one was, I could say, fan generated, or I could say viewer generated. I saw about 4 people have asked me this question over the period, and I just felt that today it was important that I bring you that information. So my final words, please stay away from anything that anybody tells you about shipping your car through Togo. It's not worth the stress. So that's my verdict for today. Before I go, let me say a big shout out to my video director, I will be my daughter. I appreciate all the hard work. I salute you. And also my subscribers, or my viewers. In fact, my last video, as we say in Ghana, you do all, you just watch the video, over 30k views, and I appreciate it. I mean, this one too is valuable information. So as soon as you watch it, don't forget, like it. When you like the content, YouTube will push the content to more people to see it, because it's important. You don't want all your hustle overseas, some money that you've made, someone says ship the car through Togo, and you go through all these unnecessary stress. So thank you for watching. I appreciate. Until next week when I see you, I say medasi.